It's kind of humbling, right? This whole
Yeah.
human story. Billions of years, and here we are just chatting. Well, you listening, I guess.
Yeah,
But still, pretty amazing.
it really is.
And that video you sent about human evolution, total mind blower.
Glad you liked it. Ready to dive in?
Ready to get my mind blown wide open. So humans,
Hmm.
we came from apes, right? Like that's the basic idea.
Well, it's not quite as simple as that.
Not a straight line, huh?
More like a family reunion
Oh,
with like branches going everywhere.
okay,
Uh,
branching out, got it. But this zebrafish thing, 73% of our DNA. Like, how is that even possible?
It's true. And it's one of the reasons those little striped fish are so important.
Quarter how?
Medical research, they're like a living, swimming model for studying human diseases.
Wait, seriously? Zebrafish?
Everything from cancer to metabolism disorders, what scientists learn from them, it helps us understand ourselves better.
Wow, okay. So next time I see zebrafish, I'm saying thank you. That's way more than I expected.
It gets even wilder.
Wilder, how?
We share fundamental genes with yeast.
Yeast. You're messing with me, right? Like, the stuff for bread.
Not kidding. Scientists actually did this experiment, replacing yeast genes with human ones.
Yeah.
Almost half of them worked perfectly fine in the yeast.
Whoa, hold on. So you're telling me those tiny little things baking our bread, we've got that much in common with them?
It's about those basic building blocks, those ancient processes that have been around for, well, billions of years. Life on Earth, it's more connected than we realize.
Okay, that is officially mind-blowing. But let's get back to those ancestors. The video mentioned this Ardipithecus, right?
Yes, Ardipithecus. Now we're talking. Millions of years ago, they were starting to experiment with walking upright.
Wait, so they could walk on two legs, but didn't always? Why bother?
Picture this, a world with dense forests and open grasslands. You'd want the best of both worlds, right?
Makes sense, being able to walk or climb trees depending on what you need.
Exactly. And the Ardipithecus fossils, especially Ardi, show these adaptations. The pelvis, the feet,
Yeah.
a stepping stone to full-on bipedalism.
Wow, the original hesitant walkers, paving the way for us. So what's next? Homo habilis, right?
Right. The tool makers.
Handyman.
Right. Exactly. And they weren't just using tools, they were actually making them.
Shaping stones and all that.
Exactly. For scavenging meat, cracking open bones.
Bone marrow, really. That's what they were after.
It's packed with calories, nutrition, and for a species evolving a bigger brain, essential.
Brains need fuel. So bigger brains led to Homo erectus.
Homo erectus, those were the pioneers. Mastering fire, venturing out of Africa, spreading across the globe.
Wow. Talk about making a mark. But you know who always gets me? Neanderthals. They weren't just cavemen, huh? Not according to this video.
Not at all. Sophisticated is more like it.
Really? In what way?
Tools, art, even burials. They weren't just surviving, they were thinking, maybe even feeling, things we don't always give them credit for.
Burials. That's interesting. What makes you say that?
We found sites, the bodies carefully placed, sometimes with objects, tools, flowers even, like rituals, Maybe they even believed in an afterlife. Who knows?
Wow. Okay, that's way more than I ever pictured. And they were adaptable too, right? The video mentioned that.
Incredibly adaptable. Different environments, different challenges. They took it all on. Hunters, tool makers, innovators. And speaking of adaptations, their eyes were fascinating.
Yeah, the video talked about that. Why were their eyes so big?
Probably an adaptation to lower light. They evolved in higher latitudes, Europe, Bigger eyes, more light. But there's a theory that those big eyes might have actually been a trade-off.
How so?
More brain power dedicated to vision, maybe less for other things. It's a thought. But here's the really wild part. We've got a little Neanderthal in us.
Wait, what? Really? You mean?
DNA. Most people, especially with European or Asian ancestry, they're carrying around a bit of Neanderthal DNA.
No way. So, like, we're related, distant cousins, but still. Mind-blowing. So much for those family trees with nice straight lines. And, I kind of always assumed Homo sapiens, that was it, the end of the line. Like, evolution stopped with us.
Oh, no, not even close. Evolution never stops. We're still evolving right now, even if we don't always see it.
Really? So what kind of stuff is happening right now? Like, give me some examples. This video mentioned some cool ones, right?
Skin color, that's a big one.
Yeah, the video mentioned that it's all about melanin, right? Protecting us from the sun.
Right, but think about it. Our ancestors, they migrated out of Africa. Less sunlight.
So lighter skin was better.
Exactly. Those with lighter skin, they absorbed more vitamin D. Important stuff, especially for bones. Over time, lighter skin, it became more common.
So our skin tells a story. Migration, adaptation. all written in our DNA. That's pretty amazing. What about lactose intolerance? Isn't that evolution too?
Absolutely. Being able to drink milk as adults, relatively new adaptation.
Knew how.
Think about it. It only became important when we started domesticating cattle, right? Drinking milk, eating dairy.
So if you enjoy some cheese or ice cream, you can thank evolution.
And those early farmers, they made it possible. But yeah, it's fascinating how our culture, our choices can actually shape our genes.
It really is. Oh, the video mentioned something else, eye shapes. There's something about a fold.
The epicanthic fold, that fold of skin in the inner corner of the eye.
Yeah, that one. What's up with that?
It's common in East Asian populations, and those climates, they're harsh. Cold, windy.
Like built-in eye protection.
Exactly. The epicanthic fold, it's thought to protect the eyes from the cold, from glare, all of that.
Evolution is pretty ingenious when you think about it. Makes you wonder, what's next? What will humans look like in 1,000 years? 10,000?
It's an interesting thought. We're not the final product, not by a long shot. Who knows what's next for us, for any species?
It's a little daunting, but mostly really exciting. This whole deep dive, it's really shifted how I see things. It's not just about the past, it's about right now and the future.
It's about connection. We're all connected, every single living thing, and we're all still evolving. Pretty amazing, if you ask me.
Truly amazing. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. It's been incredible.
The pleasure was all mine. Until next time.